Alright guys, let's start building shit. Alrighty guys, so welcome to the channel. My name is Caleb, and today we're going to be making the Doom of the Dark Ages helmet from Doom of the Dark Ages, the game. It was a really fun build, and I had a great time doing it, so I'm going to show you guys where I got the files, what I did in the slicer to make it look that good, and then I'm going to try to walk you through the process as best as I can. So without further ado, let's get started. So these are the files I'm going to be using for this build. They're on Galactic Armory for only about 30 bucks. And that's the full suit and helmet. I went ahead and bought the full suit with it for future videos, but we're just doing the helmet today. And for the suit, I didn't really have to change any of the scaling since the model was based on a person who's 6 foot tall and 200 pounds like me, which is awesome, but I did have to scale up the helmet just a little bit because I have a big noggin. So here are the files loaded up into Bambu Studio. I printed this on my Bambu Labs P1S. I kept pretty much everything the same except for the jaw piece, which I did have to cut up in the back because it didn't really fit on my printer, so I had to pivot, as you would say. But other than that, everything is the default. The files come with its own project. Those little detail pieces for the fins and everything. And here's my settings. I use 0.16mm layer height, nothing too special. 2 walls, 10% infill, grid pattern infill, and then on my supports I just used the basic support settings. Didn't change the top Z distance, just lowered the threshold angle, and that's about it. I did end up adding a brim, which most people don't normally use, but it's extra security, especially for those little parts and when you have not very much contact with the build plate. So I guess let's cut to me printing this thing. Alright, just got done with piece number 3, I think, and I figured I should get the support removals on camera. Hopefully it's as clean as I want it to be. Actually, it was a lot easier than I thought. I could probably dial my support settings in a little bit more, but pretty easy, I'd say. Sanding for this helmet was pretty easy. I started out with 100 grit sandpaper to knock down all the big layer lines. Then I moved up to 150 and then 320 without any primer. And then I eventually hit it with a coat of, I think it was Rust-Oleum filler primer. And then from there on I went to 400 grit sandpaper and then 600, and then I started hitting everything with a gloss black base coat. After I hit it with the gloss base coat, I just started hitting it with 800 grit sandpaper to get it extra smooth, and then I started using the actual colors I was going to be using for the build. So with the helmet fully painted, I put everything together. The whole helmet has little alignment tabs that you can see there. They just interlock with each other, and you can hot glue, plastic weld it, super glue, whatever you want really. It's gonna be stronger no matter what. And for the little spikes and all the little details, they have their own little custom slots wherever they go. Like on the back of this piece has little diamonds where they're supposed to go. So now that everything's painted and put together, it's time to take some really cool photos and show it off to everybody. So hope you all enjoy. So that pretty much covers it all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or tips on how I can make these videos better, just drop a comment down below. And hopefully now you can make your own badass Doom helmet. Stay tuned for more builds, and I hope you guys have a great day.